Japan is kinda weird, but I guess that's to be expected when you're known as the home of hentai and hentai with tentacles in it. But I guess you could really say that about every country. Not the hentai part, but the being weird part. For example, America is known as the land of the free and the home of the overweight idiots. I've personally been petitioning for a long time to change the American flag from what it is right now to a picture of a cheeseburger with a cowboy hat on, toting a gun, and maybe even smoking a cigar. That part's still up for debate, but I think that would much more accurately represent the United States from the view of an outsider, you know? But none of that even matters, because today we're not talking about America, we're talking about Japan, because I've been absolutely infatuated with Japan recently, even going as far as to learn their language. I've been learning Japanese for a little bit over a year now, so I'm a pretty dedicated weeb. And I do want to give you a quick tip of advice for anyone out there who may be planning to travel to Japan and you don't want to put the time in to fully learn the language, but you do want to know some useful phrases in case you'll ever need to use them. And this right here, what I'm about to tell you, is single-handedly the most important piece of Japanese you could ever learn. So listen real closely here. あなたのチンコ小さいね. It's like an informal greeting of sorts. It's like you're saying, hey man, what's up? You're looking good. It's like a more spiced up version of konnichiwa. It'll just make people respect you more. So now with all that out of the way, we can finally hop into the meat and potatoes of this video, which is the weirdest things that go on in Japan that I could find out about from top 10 list. And to start us off here, we have the Luneist Spa Resort, where you can take a bath in pretty much anything but water. So you start off here, they have ramen baths, where you take a bath in ramen broth. I think it's like pork broth or something, and that's supposed to be good for your skin. I don't know the science behind it, but you can take some baths in weird stuff. There's another picture of I believe that's a ramen bath. And they also have a wine bath where you can drink wine while you're bathing in wine. That's a very weird one, but it's also supposed to be good for your skin and it's supposed to rejuvenate it or something like that. And this one right here, I believe that sign says Kohi Ofuro, which means coffee bath. So you can take a bath in coffee. Yep, Yunesun coffee. And this one is supposed to help you relax and have positive effects on your skin and help you recover from tiredness. So I guess that caffeine's just going straight in through your urethra or something. Maybe your butthole. Maybe you butt chug coffee and it like gets to your blood faster. I think that's what people do when they butt chug alcohol. Now this bath right here is a green tea bath, but it looks more like a radioactive bath that'll make you grow a third limb that you really don't want, or maybe turn you into Spider-Man. But that does not look like, that's really green tea, like super green tea. But also, once again, it's supposed to be good for your skin. And then this one right here is a sake bath, so you can like drink the sake that's definitely got some pee-pee in it, but it'll also get you a bit drunk. And it's also good for your skin. So a common theme is all of this weird drinks, beverages stuff is supposed to be good for your skin. So that's why you can bathe in it here. I don't know. It's a very weird thing. That's what this video is all about. The weird stuff of Japan. And now next up, we're moving on to the Naki Sumo Baby Crying Festival, which is exactly what it sounds like. Sumos who makes babies cry. That's their job. They're sumos that make babies cry. That's all it is. It's in the name. The Baby Crying Festival. And these are some images from the festival. It looks like right here they got a baby cry off. And then they also, this one right here looks like this dude's crying more than that baby is. So you get to just see some man titties from the sumos and then babies being forced to cry by them putting these oni masks on and scaring them into crying. And this is a festival. This is like a tradition. It's been going on for a long time. I don't know the logistics behind it. Apparently there's a winner. I guess whichever baby cries, the first baby to cry wins. Oh, so it's like, yeah, they're literally dueling to see which one can make the baby cry the fastest. Now this one right here is a little piece of architecture. I believe these are in the Tokyo public parks. They installed these transparent bathrooms. Now they're not always transparent. They're not meant to be there to let creepers watch you while you poop and pee. That would be kind of weird, but they have a handicap stall or a family stall and then a woman and men's restroom. But how they work is a little bit of magic involved. You go in and there's a lock on the inside, like a porta potty top thing. So you switch that lock over and it makes the outside turn foggy like this. So you can't really see in. You could definitely still see an outline of someone taking a big fat dump, making it real steamy in there, but you couldn't exactly make out who it is. It is a kind of cool concept, but at the same time, it is very weird. I believe on the inside too, it's like a two-way glass, so you can see through on the inside, but they can't see through on the outside when you make it foggy to like make it where you can't see through. I think that's how it works at least. I don't know if I could really, I don't know if I could do my business in there. Just like seeing, like that right there. You're just sitting in there looking at everyone outside, looking at you. But they're not looking at you because they can't see you. It's just such a weird concept. But moving on to this next thing here, it's honestly pretty cool. You know, more cool than weird. Godzilla has been granted citizenship in Japan. And he's also been appointed the tourism ambassador for Shinjuku, Tokyo, where he is an honorary resident. So, you know, the 61-year-old Godzilla is living life, kicking back after all those movies, all that success on the big screen. Now he's just living a humble life in Shinjuku, Tokyo. Good for him, man. Good for him. And now the last thing I wanted to talk about for the weird side of Japan is hikikomori, which pretty much just means recluses. And according to the stuff I read online, it affects more than 500,000 people, and what they do is they withdraw themselves from all social ties, work, school, friends, hobbies, and they pretty much just lock themselves in their bedrooms and use all their time on the internet playing video games or watching TV, which, if that might ring a bell, you probably live in America, and that's probably your daily life, you miserable sack of potatoes. But all fat, lazy American jokes aside, this does seem to be a sort of issue of sorts over there. It's seen as a socio-cultural mental health phenomenon rather than a mental illness, and it says that 1.2% of the population, around 1,000,000 people, I said 500,000, that's 1,000,000 people, are affected. So that right there was one of the more interesting tidbits, also one of the more serious tidbits of information that I found out. And it does also say that it affects adolescents and teens more than older adults and younger children, which does make sense. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for Japan. You know, the wacky side, the weird side, the side that makes it interesting, the side of Japan that makes me want to go and visit. I forgot to mention, I think they have like panty vending machines over there. I don't know. I think I've heard that somewhere. But yeah, other than that, I'll catch you next time. John, eh? Godzilla has got citizenship. What is that?